What's up guys, Messi here, welcome to a brand new video. Welcome to your daily dose of transfer gossip. Today is Tuesday, the 12th of July. We've got a fair amount to cover today, especially in the confirmed part. So a lot more has gone through compared to the previous days, guys. So before we start, as always, if we can smash 1,500 likes, that'd be absolutely awesome. If you're new to my channel, click that subscribe button for daily FIFA content. Then comments below and with your thoughts on today's rumours I should do in the next episode. And if you missed yesterday's videos, they'll be down below in that description box, guys. I did upload the second video quite late yesterday, so you could have missed it. It was actually a gameplay video for once. You know their schedule right now, 8 AM is transfers. Anyway, after 9 PM is the second video of the day. And there'll be a FIFA 17 themed one tonight. So let's start off with the confirmed transfers. And first up, we've got Leandro Castan, a very good centre-back on FIFA Ultimate Team, has gone to Sampdoria. So he's gone there from Roma for £425,000 for this season. And this guy, I'm pretty sure he underwent brain surgery at some point about a year ago, which is horrible. But he came back from it, as now back into first team football, which is really good for him. So Castan, a very good centre-back on Ultimate Team. Then we go on to Daniel Schwaab, I think his name is, going to PSV Eindhoven. That's from Stuttgart on a free transfer, and I believe he used to be a centre-back on the last FIFA, but now as a right-back, and it looks pretty damn awful. Then we go on to Medran. I'm not actually heard of him in real life. Plays for Real Madrid, or did, has now joined Valencia on a permanent basis, undisclosed fee, but apparently it's a 4-year deal, and around €1.5 million as a fee. And obviously one for the future, given the fact he's born in 1994. Then we go on to Jeremy Akaminko, this time a very good centre-back on FIFA Ultimate Team. He was released by his club, has now rejoined them. And that club are going to, I'm just going to show you because I can't pronounce the name, Eskikisespor. Yeah, apologies, I butchered that. In the Turkish Super League at least, is a very good centre-back like I mentioned. Then we go on to, it's going to be Bastos, a very good top centre-back this year. Has got a new contract at Rostov, I think the club name is. Yeah, Rostov in the Russian league. It's a new contract for 1 year until 2017. And now we go on to Esteban Cambiasso, the absolute legend who used to play for Inter Milan, Leicester City, Real Madrid I think at one point, but is now playing for Olympiacos in Greece. He's now got a new contract though, a 1-year deal until 2017. And that is to remain at the Greek club. Then we move on to Jose Canos this time. I think he used to play for Swansea at one point. This guy's now gone to Payek again in Greece like Cambiasso on a free transfer from Espanyol. Then we move on to Danny Ward, a young Liverpool goalkeeper. He signed a new contract, apparently it's a long-term contract, so probably 5-year deal, then goes straight on loan to Huddersfield. And I'm hoping he's the starting goalkeeper there because this guy, he needs game time. He's a very good goalkeeper and of course did feature for Wales in their very good Euro 2016 campaign. Now we move on to Cristiano Biraghi this time, a left-back of Inter Milan going to Pescara for a fee around 1.7 mil. And now we move on to one of my favourite silver cams this year, which is going to be Simone Verdi. This guy's a very good cam, 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, has gone to Bologna. So it will be his 4th club on FIFA 16 after going back to Milan and then going to Bologna for £1.28 million. Then we got on to Mehmet Topal, getting a new deal at Fenerbahce, I think that is, yeah, definitely, for until 2020, so quite a big one. And obviously that Tots card is really, really good. Then we go on to quite a big one, Graziano Pella, and initially it was like, okay, he's going to China to end his career and stuff, but he's gone there for around £12.97 million, but he's gone to Shandong Luneng, and this guy is apparently now the 5th highest paid player in the world. So he's going to be on €16 million per year, in the top 10 best players, and so you've got Ronaldo on 21 mil, Messi on 20, Hulk on 20, Neymar on 19, Ibra on 16, and Pella on 16. So he is earning the same amount of money per year as Zlatan Ibrahimovic is at Manchester United, which is crazy to put into perspective. Then we go on to Gökhan Töre this time, finally being confirmed as a West Ham player, a loan deal for around £2.55 million for the year, but they do have the option to buy. And obviously if he has a good season, that'll definitely be activated. And finally, we go on to Pierre-Emile Højbjerg going to Southampton from Bayern Munich for £12.75 million. And that's a very good signing for them. Then we go on to the potential deals, and first I've got Nick Powell linked to Wolves. So this is according to the Daily Mail. They're saying the Championship club Wolves are leading the race to sign Nick Powell after the midfielder was released by Manchester United this summer. So obviously this guy had so much potential when he, I think it was at Crew, I think it was, where he was very good in, I think, like a playoff final or something. His informal FIFA 12 was ridiculously good. Now currently without the club, he's been linked to a few clubs, but Wolves, not a bad option for him. Another Championship one is going to be Jonathan Kodia. This guy had a fantastic card back on FIFA 15 in the League 2, I think it's called, but now he plays for Bristol City. So apparently the Bristol City striker Jonathan Kodia is on the radar of Aston Villa according to the Birmingham Mail. The Ivory Coast international who scored 20 goals last season would cost Villa in excess of £6.5 million if they can get a deal done. So he's currently French normal team. Last year he was from Ivory Coast, so it's quite a confusing one. So I'm assuming on FIFA 17 will be from Ivory Coast. If it's a rare card, he wouldn't look too bad, but as a non-rare silver, they don't really appeal to me too much. Then we go on to Idrissa Gueye, this time and he currently plays for Aston Villa, but today apparently nearly going to Olympique Marseille. So Marseille have entered talks with Aston Villa midfielder Idrissa Gueye, having triggered his £7.1 million release clause. So I think that's actually a profit on what they paid from last summer. He moved to Villa last summer though after spending 5 years with Lille. However, following Villa's relegation to the Championship, he's now keen on a return to France. And I'm pretty sure Marseille are losing Lassana Diarra, so we'll need a centre defensive midfielder. Then we go on to Jeff Hendrick, had a very good Euro 2016 with Ireland. Apparently, Burnley have had a bid rejected. So according to Sky sources, they're saying Derby have turned down a bid of £3 million from Burnley for midfielder Jeff Hendrick, although this could be the second bid they've actually turned down for him. He still has 2 years left in his Derby contract, and it's thought that Nigel Pearson is keen to keep the 24-year-old, and the club feel Burnley's offer hugely underestimates his market value. It could be the case they're holding out for like £10 million because, again, the Barclays Premier League money is ridiculous. Then we go on to Dale Stephens today, another player linked to Burnley. And it looks like the Premier League new boys are struggling to get in some players because apparently now Burnley have had a £4 million bid for Brighton midfielder Dale Stephens rejected, according to Daily Mail. It also mentions if the reports are correct, it's the second bid they've had turned down for the second player, obviously mentioned before that, Jeff Hendrick of Derby. Then we go on to Jordan Lukaku, Romelu Lukaku's brother, who did feature at Euro 2016 as well, linked to Lazio. So according to La Repubblica, they're saying Lazio are weighing up a €3 million bid, which is £2.57 million for the Belgian left-back, although this is only if they're failed to sign Adriano from Barcelona. And that'd be quite nice silver to have in the Serie A. And then we got on to Scott Sinclair. He has been linked to Celtic before, but now they're willing to up their bid to £3 million. So according to the Daily Telegraph, Celtic are ready to make a £3 million bid for Aston Villa forward Scott Sinclair. The Scottish champions have already had 2 offers rejected before. I've heard about the £1 million bid, but I'm not sure on any other than that. It looks like Brendan Rodgers wants to work with him again after working with him previously at Swansea City, I think. Then we got on to Steno Berahino. This guy has been linked with so many moves away from West Brom, but apparently he's now officially rejected a new offer from them. They offered him a 4-year deal last week, would have kept him in the Hawthorns until 2020, but the 22-year-old is keen for a new start and sees his future away from West Brom. Stoke are known to be keen on the former England under-21 striker, with Palace and Watford also monitoring the situation, so it wouldn't surprise me if he's at a new club the next couple of weeks. Then we got on to Vincent Janssen, apparently very close now to finally complete his move to Spurs. So first up, the Evening Standard are saying AZ Alkmaar striker Vincent Janssen has arrived in London to finalise a £15 million move to Tottenham. A deal is expected to be completed this week. And Sky sources are now saying Vincent Janssen will undergo medical at Tottenham today as he completes his move from AZ Alkmaar. It's understood the clubs have reached an agreement around £18.8 million for the transfer to White Hart Lane. So both outlets are saying different fees, but imagine 18.8, that's probably closer than 15 mil. I'd probably say that's about right. So it would be a good sign for Spurs. They'd finally get their man. Then we got on to Vallejo this time. This guy featured in yesterday's video, in fact, as a transfer to Real Madrid as like a new card on FIFA of the team. But apparently now will be off to Eintracht Frankfurt. And apparently the German club are poised to sign him, according to AS. Vallejo is 19 years old, joined Real Madrid last July, and was almost immediately loaned back to his former club, Real Zaragoza. Zaragoza were keen to have him back on loan for the 2016-17 season, but Madrid wanted to gain top-flight experience and will instead turn out for Eintracht Frankfurt in the Bundesliga. And that'll be a very cool one for FIFA Ultimate Team, because this guy would then link up to Marc Bartra, obviously plays for Dortmund now, so that'd be quite a cool link for FIFA 17 and also the end of FIFA 16. Then we got on to Milik this time, a player that's been linked to Barcelona and I think it's Fiorentina and also Lazio, now linked to Everton. So according to Liverpool Echo, if Lukaku does leave Everton this summer, Ronald Koeman will turn to Milik as a successor. The 22-year-old has also attracted interest from several Serie A clubs, like I mentioned before. Now we move on to Christian Benteke, a player that's been linked to West Ham and Crystal Palace a lot as of late, but apparently now he wants to stay at Liverpool. So the way that Sky Sports has worded this is quite ironic, because they say that Christian Benteke wants to stay at Liverpool and his agent has denied reports linking the striker with a move away elsewhere. And this is according to Sky Sources, but Sky Sources were the ones initially last week said he was leaving. They also go on to say Benteke, who's been linked to a move to Crystal Palace, has just returned from holiday, but he still has more time off before he's due to return to Liverpool training. So what I'm hoping the case is the fact that Benteke, he does want to leave, he wants a bigger club. No disrespect to Crystal Palace, but he has been into Juventus before, so it wouldn't surprise me if they're holding out for a bigger deal. Then we got on to Anderson Talisca today, linked to Liverpool as well. So according to Ojogo, they're saying the Benfica star Anderson Talisca has told friends that he'll be joining Liverpool this summer. The 22-year-old is yet to represent Brazil and he would need to obtain a work permit. But I imagine because it'd be quite a big fee, it'd be quite easy to get him one. Because if I'm right saying that he'd be quite a good asset to the league, that essentially gets him one anyway. Then we got on to another player linked to Liverpool, but this one looks like it will happen. It's a very strange one. That is going to be Alexander Manninger. I've probably butchered that name, but this guy is 39 years old and apparently right now, according to multiple different sources, reliable ones as well, he's currently training with our team. So the former Arsenal goalkeeper is apparently doing so with a view to being the club's third choice goalkeeper behind Loris Karius and Simone Verdi. So I don't know if I want this to happen. It'd be extremely pointless unless he's something like a coach. Like, despite how crap Bogdan is, we might as well keep him because Karius and Manninger, they're not going to get injured at the same time, or hopefully not. So we'll have to wait and see. And I honestly can't see anything in this one. Then we got on to David Santon, was very close to joining Sunderland the other day, but now apparently he's going to Palace. So Sky Sports Italia are saying Crystal Palace are lining up a €3.5 million bid, £3 million for the Inter Milan defender David Santon. Alan Pardew managed a 25-year-old during his time at Newcastle. And it looks like Santon will be leaving Inter Milan this summer, and apparently I'm pretty sure they are in quite a bad financial situation currently. Then we go into a player not FIFA older team, and that is going to be a player called Ramadan Sobhi. So according to the Daily Mail, then they said that Stoke City is set to complete a £2.5 million signing of Al Ahly winger Ramadan Sobhi after delays of securing a work permit for the Egyptian international. So Al Ahly actually won the Egyptian title last season, and apparently the manager was Martin Yol, which is quite a strange one to see. But apparently now Stoke will actually pay an initial fee of £2.5 million, but then immediately loan the player out to a European club in order for him to gain experience and to help him meet the UK criteria for a work permit. Sobhi has played 6 times for his country in the last 12 months, which falls short of the Home Office demands. So that one is quite a confusing one, but I imagine would still be a Stoke player. Then we got into Mario Götze today. He's been linked to Spurs the last 2 or 3 days, but now apparently Dortmund are back in the mix. So the Daily Mirror are saying Tottenham are set to miss out on Mario Götze to Borussia Dortmund. Bayern Munich are keen to offload the midfielder, but is likely to return to his former club. But just about 3 or 4 weeks ago, he did say he was going to be staying at Bayern, so who knows about this situation. Then we go on to Moussa Sissoko today, a player that's had a fantastic Euro 2016, but he's not been that great for Newcastle. But apparently now Newcastle told other clubs they'll have to pay £35 million if they want to sign the France star Moussa Sissoko this summer. That's according to Sky Sports News, and they're saying the 26-year-old who joined Newcastle from Toulouse for an undisclosed fee back in 2013 was superb for France as they reached the 2016 final where they lost to Portugal on Sunday. Sissoko has already declared he wants to leave Newcastle, telling French website Foot Mercato in June that he wanted to join a team in the Champions League, and also described Arsenal as a beautiful club. But £35 million is absolutely crazy money for a player technically now in the Championship. Then we go on to Mauro Icardi today. Yesterday I said how I think his wife, also his agent, says he's up for sale, but apparently no. Inter Milan are keen to keep him now. But I'll get into that one in a moment. So apparently according to Tuttosport, Juventus continue to search for a replacement for Morata, and also interesting, Inter Milan striker Icardi, who's valued at €50 million or £42.84 million. But now the Inter Milan sporting director Pierre Orsio has issued a hands-off warning to suitors of Mauro Icardi. He insists the striker will not be leaving the club despite reported interest from Arsenal, Atletico Madrid and Juventus. He said Icardi renewed a year ago and is our captain. As far as we're concerned, he is not for sale. In addition to Icardi, there are 10 or 11 players who are unsellable and who we're focusing on. We need to add something, but we're talking about 2 or 3 players, no more. And now we move on to the Brazilian Fielipe Anderson. So today apparently Chelsea are hoping to lure Lazio winger Anderson to Stamford Bridge for next season, according to reports in the Gazzetta dello Sport. The Brazilian failed to attend the Serie A club's summer training camp because he wants to take part in next month's Olympics in his homeland. However, the Italian Sports Daily also claims the player's failure to link up with his teammates is due to the Blues' interest in him. And you can probably remember last summer he was linked to Manchester United. Then we got on to Lionel Messi today, and apparently he's set to leave Barcelona in 2018. So according to Cadena Copa, they're saying that Lionel Messi is considering a Barcelona exit in 2018, where his current deal with the company side actually comes to an end, as recent events have made him assess his future. And then recent events are talking about obviously the tax evasion stuff, which I can't say this article being true whatsoever, because he seems so loyal to Barca. I think he'll remain there to the end of his career. Or if he does leave, I think it'll be the end of his career when he goes back to Argentina to, I'm trying to think the club he came from. I think it might be Newell's Old Boys, but I could be wrong on that one. So if it does happen, how the hell they know what's going to happen in 2 years time? Who freaking knows? But apparently they're also actually lining up a new deal for him. So his contract might not even expire in 2018. We'll have to wait and see. So there we have it, guys. We've covered all today's potential transfers as well as to confirm stuff at the very beginning. So as always, if you enjoyed this video, smash the like button. 1,000 fire likes would be absolutely awesome. If you're new to my channel, click the subscribe button for daily FIFA content. Comments below with your thoughts on today's rumours I should do in the next episode. Remember, my previous video down below in the description box, guys. Schedule right now, 8 AM is transfers. Anywhere after 9 o'clock is the second video of the day. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.